Father, please inform the rest of my soldiers that I will soon be with them, and I will tell them what has happened. Amen.
Good morning. Tonight, disgraced former Western Forces Sergeant Alexander Martinson is scheduled to die at midnight after having been convicted of treason against the Imperium for obsolescence and abandoning the Imperium way of life. Imperator Wieldy will personally oversee the execution, which will be televised live to ensure the betterment of the Imperium for all. In other news, romantic relationships are at an all-time high thanks to the increase in virgin sacrifices. Education scores are also at all-time highs, and population control has been going swimmingly ever since drugs were declared legal and all forms of law enforcement were abolished. All hail the Imperium, for the Imperium is all!
Alexander Martinson, your death has been set for midnight. That is, unless you're willing to renounce your crimes of obsolescence and allow for this profane place to die on camera and accept the way of the Imperium.
Please, make yourself at my home. Would you care for a beverage?
You are mentioned in history of the Imperium as being part of the team that made the Imperium the ruling class of the country, formerly known as America.
America failed because the people of America lost faith in its government and the people who led it. The final president started a war which destroyed everything the country stood for.
Which was your first big crime against the Imperium? Had you stayed, you would have been made Grand Commander of the Imperiarity, enforcing the law of all.
The law of all. It was garbage, as you and your fellow imperators decided to change the laws to suit your needs, such as declaring all religions obsolete.
Religious beliefs caused more wars for the country than the Imperium made the country safer.
It was just another reason to shut down all the medical centers in favor of sending the mentally and physically ill to what was once known as Florida.
You mean the unwell sanctorum. A necessary evil, I will admit. But the way we have shown the people has been right without your God.
The way you control people through the media sickens me.
If we did not, then every dissident would make the commoner to rise against the Imperium and would stop quoting the gibberish.
The Imperium is the reason why I quote the Bible in my videos on your network.
Then this is for you, Alexander Martinson. Do you have any last words with your last half hour left to be among the real people?
To the people who have been herded like cattle, turned into sheep, and told to jump off the cliff like the lemmings they've become, I have nothing to say to them. To you, Imperator Wieldy, I have the following to impart on you. Behold, The Handmaid's Tale. It was about the rights of women having been abolished and how women are forced to be nothing more than punching bags and birthing cattle. The Orwell classics of 1984 and Animal Farm, in which humanity has been classified by their importance on how they should be treated, or having humans treated as minor parts of the greater whole when in fact they can be easily replaced as a screw or a nail.
The Imperium made such ideas from your Orwell and protected them. As for women's rights, equal rights to men, they have been removed by the law of the all-I. If they could not handle it, they would face you now. Speaking of which, your time is running out.
And yet, you never thought once about how I wish to see the end of my time. Look above. As you're aware, I asked at my sentencing to die in my home, and my home is my church. I have also requested an assassin to help me in my end, and I would tell him the nature as to how I would like to die. There's an explosive device that is set to go off at midnight, and as we are being filmed as we speak, I am going to share with you the first book that you've abolished, the Holy Bible.
And don't bother trying to walk away. Had you read your laws much more better than even you thought? Your Imperium has rendered you obsolete, declared you forfeit, and like me, your successor has sentenced you to die with me. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want.
Shut up! Let me out!
He maketh me lie down in greeneth pastures. He leadeth me beside the still waters. He restoreth my soul.
Shut up! Let me out!
He guideth me in the path of righteousness in his name's sake.
Shut up!
Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I shall fear no evil, for thou art with me. Thy rod and thy staff comfort me. Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of my enemies. Thou anointest my head with oil.
Shut up! Let me out!
My cup runneth over. Surely goodness, love, and peace will follow me all the days of my life, and I shall dwell in the house of the Lord.
Shut up!
Forever.
Imperator Iodin, who has surpassed Imperator Wieldy, was glad to hear his predecessor was found guilty of obsolescence and died with Sergeant Martinson at midnight last night. On to the sports news. Only half of the Middle West Marauders survived the slaughter season and celebrated by raping their opponents' wives and daughters. All hail the Imperium, for the Imperium is all!